Smoked Cream Cheese, Memphis Sweet Heat Rub versus the Buzz Coffee and Cocoa Rub. Hey, welcome back to Smokin' and Drinkin'. I'm Mike, and today we're smoking cream cheese. We're going to use two different rubs. We're going to put our Smokin' and Drinkin' Memphis Sweet Heat up against the Smokin' and Drinkin' the Buzz. Let's get smoking. All right, we are going to put two different flavor pairings against each other today. We're going to smoke a cream cheese block, two of them actually. We've done this before, but not with these flavors. We're going to do, one is going to be a Southwest, kind of a spicy but sweet Memphis Sweet Heat Rub. This is the rub that I made. And the other we're pitting against more of a sweet. This is the Buzz. It's a coffee and cocoa flavor. Then we're going to top each one with the Memphis Sweet Heat. We're going to top with a little bit of honey at the end and some maple syrup on the Buzz. So let's get started. We have two little skillets here, and we have two blocks of cream cheese. I just took them out of the refrigerator, so they're nice and cold. They'll remain firm. You might be asking, how do you make cream cheese? How does it not just melt all into a blob in the smoker? Well, it's a good question. There's enough fat in there in the cream cheese and to hold its form, and it's cold. That helps, and the shape of the block of cheese also helps. And we're going to smoke it for about 2 hours, but not on an extremely high heat. It's also cold outside, so it works. It just works. So here we go. Let's get started. First thing we need to do is, what we want to do is score the edge of the cream cheese. Just kind of open it up on the top and let some of the seasonings get inside a little bit. And just going to do a crosshatch pattern on each one. I got a cup of hot water here. Help the knife go through the cream cheese so it don't lose half the cream cheese on the knife. But it's real simple. Just going to go through and make about, I don't know, a 1/16 of an inch, maybe not quite that much. And just every 1/8 of an inch, or well, it's more like a 1/2 an inch apart. Doesn't really matter. We're just trying to open up the cream cheese just a little bit so that we can get some of those seasonings into the cheese. Going about maybe a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch deep. Should let some of that water drip off of that one. We're going to go the other way. Just a nice crosshatch pattern. Gives it a little bit of a nice appearance too. Like I always say, we eat with our eyes first. This is going to be a quick recipe. It's kind of an appetizer. We're keeping with our month of meatless month for honoring or recognizing, observing the Lenten season. Okay, now we got our crosshatch pattern there, and then we just need to season each one. We're going to season the right one with the Memphis Sweet Heat, and just like we do on our meats, when we apply our rub, we apply generously. That's the other thing that kind of holds the cream cheese together. You get a good heavy coating of the rub on the cheese, and it helps create kind of a crust on the cream cheese. You can also put some olive oil on the outside of the cream cheese if you want. Some clumps on my rub here. I don't want clumps on the top. As I was saying, you can also put some olive oil on the cream cheese, help the rub adhere to the cream cheese. But I think the cream cheese is wet and sticky enough. I don't know if you've ever made anything with cream cheese and you get some on your fingers, it's sticky. All right, I'm gonna get a good generous helping on there. Oh, that's got a interesting aroma to it. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's got a little. I don't remember what I put in there, but almost has a little bit of a, well, kind of a Mexican type of like, like taco type of aroma to it. So okay, that's the Memphis Sweet Heat, and then we do the Buzz. I love this. This goes great on steaks and roasts. It's got a nice dark coffee and cocoa aroma and flavor to it. Oh, I love the smell of it. Same thing here. Apply a generous amount on all sides. All right. Nice. Okay, that is the Buzz. Like I said, at the end of the smoke, we're going to add just a little bit more sweetness to it. Some honey on the Memphis Sweet Heat and maple syrup on the Buzz. That'll help kind of round out the flavor a little bit. Let me get some of this excess rub off of each skillet, and then we'll get them out to the smoker. All right, we've got our two skillets with our cream cheese with the rub on them ready to go. We've got our smoker preheating to 225. We're using pecan pellets, or pecan if you're from the South. And as soon as that's up to temp, we'll get them out on the smoker. When we're done, we'll probably have them with some Ritz crackers. You can have them with some rye crackers or rye bread or just about anything, really. Sometimes we put some jalapeno jelly on them and put them on Ritz crackers. They're great at parties. So I think the smoker's about ready to go. Let's get them out on the smoker and get them going. Okay, our smoked cream cheese is just about done. I thought we'd go ahead and make ourselves a cocktail. And I thought today we'd make a Black Russian. So we've got our Tito's vodka, Kahlua, and ice in our rocks glass. So what we need is a simple recipe. We need 2 ounces of vodka, and 1 ounce of coffee liqueur. We're using Kahlua. And that is it, really. Give it a little stir. It's got a very coffee forward aroma to it. That's nice. That's nice. I think that's going to go good with the cream cheese. So speaking of cream cheese, let's go out and get our 2 cream cheese blocks off of the smoker. It's been about 2 hours at 225 with pecan pellets. So let's get those off of the smoker and see how they taste. All right. As you can see, they held their shapes pretty well. Oh, they smell wonderful. Oh, they have a very cream cheesy aroma to them. Can't really get much of the either rub on there, the Memphis Sweet Heat or the rub, the Buzz Coffee and Cocoa rub. But let's go ahead and get some crackers and get a taste of this. All right. Before we dig into those, we said at the beginning we were going to drizzle a little bit of sweetness on each one. We've got the maple syrup on the Buzz, just a little drizzle on top. Not drizzling very well. More blobbing than drizzling. And a little bit of honey on the Memphis Sweet Heat. My honey is a little bit crystallized, but that's okay. Once again, more blobbing than drizzling. All tastes the same though, doesn't it? All right. And then I also thought that maybe the Memphis Sweet Heat might have a little bit of a, I don't know, a Southwest or a Mexican style flavor to it. So I got some tortilla chips just in case. I got some Ritz crackers here. Usually when we have cream cheese, smoked cream cheese like this, or cream cheese as an appetizer, we use Ritz crackers, but you can use any type of vessel that you want to deliver the cream cheese to the gullet. But let's go ahead and dig in here. Let's see here. What do we want to do first? I think we're going to do the Memphis Sweet Heat. We're going to start on a Ritz cracker. See if we can do this with just the cracker. Let's do it with a spoon. Messy Mike. Oh boy. Oh wow. That's nice. I thought maybe that the Memphis Sweet Heat might be very forward and overpower the cream cheese, but it's not. It's very subtle. It's got a nice little southern flair to it, kind of a little bit of a Mexican flavor to it, but that's really nice. Let's see how it pairs with the Black Russian. Yeah, that goes nicely. That goes nice. A little bit of a struggle there between the boldness of the Black Russian and the mellowness, the mellow flavor of the cream cheese, but not bad. All right, let's do the Buzz Coffee and Cocoa Rub. All right, same thing there. It's not a real pushy forward flavor, but it's there. That coffee and that cocoa kind of on the back side. Cream cheese is definitely forward. Both of them are sweet. I really didn't expect so much sweetness out of the Memphis Sweet Heat, but I guess that's in the name. But both of those are really good. Let's try the Memphis Sweet Heat. Oh, first we need to see how that pairs with our Black Russian. All right, that blends a little nicer. That matches a little more closely. Of course, it makes sense. Kahlua is a coffee liqueur, and we have the coffee and cocoa rub in the Buzz, so kind of makes sense there. But let's try the tortilla chips with the Memphis Sweet Heat. Let's get a little A little bit here on a tortilla chip. We can keep it on the chip. That works too. I think I like the Ritz better, but it works on a tortilla chip too. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know what vessel you'd use to deliver the cream cheese. Brie, rye crackers, rye bread, Ritz, saltines. What would you use? Let me know in the comments. Well, that about does it. The smoked cream cheese with the Memphis Sweet Heat versus the Buzz Coffee and Cocoa Rub. Thank you as always for tuning in to Smokin' and Drinkin'. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified. And as always, Prost! Wow.